What's up, everybody? He done been recording for 20 minutes.
Right.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to Moments with the Mobleys. I am your man, Johnnie Mobley Jr.
I'm his wife, Deirdra Mobley.
And we something like an ordinary couple.
With extraordinary purpose. Greetings, salutations, accolades, and blessings. Don't stick your finger in my hole now.
Don't do what?
Don't do that, because I
Don't do what?
I have stretched these pants. And
Say
so
don't
they
do-
got
don't
little
do
holes.
what?
I got a couple holes in them.
Say the phrase again.
I said, don't put your finger in my hole.
What you like?
You're such a pervert. Greetings, salutations, accolades,
You done
and
said it. You
blessings.
discombobulated? You discombobulated?
You just are.
Get yourself together.
It's something wrong with you.
Get yourself together.
How are you, babe?
I'm all right.
You all right?
I'm all right. How are you?
I'm all right. I've been a little snackish. I feel like I was Taj today.
So you ain't never ate no meal. You just ate snacks.
I think so. That probably was why.
That's why Taj stays so little.
Because I ate. Well, what's my excuse?
That's the first time you did it.
I felt like him because I should have made me a full breakfast. I ate a bagel and two small sausage links and some coffee.
Besides that, you post-menopause, pre-menopause, you all the menopauses, right?
No, don't say that. Say I'm over it. Remember, we was agreeing that it was over.
I was saying I do agree it's over. I just need what I'm saying to manifest faster.
Amen.
The foolishness
You
is
all
real.
right?
I'm all right.
Very good.
Still all right from when you asked me a couple of minutes ago.
So the other day, yeah, we were. I'm not gonna say that because Johnny is in the mood to follow me up, and he'll carry it out, and it may go in the wrong direction. So.
Oh, it's gonna go in the wrong direction.
I know it's gonna go in the wrong direction. This is not the this is PG. So I don't need to say it. So we are currently getting ready to have a baby. And why you look puzzled?
Go ahead and finish the statement.
And I mean we're excited about it, right? There's gonna be an addition to the family come December. Right? How are we having a baby and you don't act like you don't know you didn't have no parts in it?
You talking about the dog?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
How you was finna leave me and I was gonna be a single mother?
No, I ain't said that.
You looked a little confused when I said that.
If you got pregnant, if you pregnant, then it's from me. But I mean, because of the menopausal, all the variety of menopausal situations.
You don't think I could get knocked up?
I ain't saying that. I'm just saying it's hit and miss.
For me?
It's for us. Well, I can get in there 3 days and then 45 days.
What are we talking about?
I'm talking about what you talking about.
Okay, let's move on. Because clearly he went left in the direction that
what are you talking about?
Wanted to go into. I said when I told the people that we expected, and you was looking sideways like you don't know who I was.
I told you I had to listen to the rest of your statement.
Okay.
And then when you said December, then I said the dog.
Okay.
So we good.
But you look like you was gonna leave me out there and let me be a single parent.
No, I told you I was gonna let you finish because if you saying this, either it was gonna be one or two things: a surprise or something I already knew about. So it was something I already knew about.
Okay, great. So listen, one thing that I wanted to discuss, and so you're just gonna uncover me like that? These people cannot see my sideburns.
You want me to tape you up?
You can.
Okay.
I'll let you.
I got
you. Okay. He just saying that because he got a fresh haircut, y'all. So y'all see how he want to
It's
talk
not
he want to talk
fresh.
trash.
It's not fresh.
It's Saturday fresh, which
gotta
means
cut
it's
Saturday.
fresher than mine.
Saturday fresh is the day you get it cut and the day after. After that, your hair start growing back.
But it's still you still look nice.
Yeah, I feel you.
Say
I'm your
thank you,
man.
baby.
Thank you, baby. I'm your man. So even with my hair nappy, you still think I look fine.
I do. I'm still very much attracted to you, Johnny. After all these years, after all these years, I really
Clean
am.
cut Johnny and hairy Johnny.
And hairy Johnny. How I'm grateful that we're still attracted to each other after all these years. How do we keep that going?
Cause we friends.
The attractiveness between us. How do we cultivate that in our relationship?
We friends. We hang out with each other, and then when one of us get horny, we just piece each other off. It's a benefit.
How do we get to sex? I said we're still attracted to one another.
Oh, I left all the middle part out.
Right. You gotta put the middle piece in.
Yeah.
You gotta put the middle piece in.
I think the biggest part is because we're friends. We friends. We embrace the maturity and the growth, the evolving. We embrace all that stuff. Whether good or bad or indifferent, we just embrace it. And we enjoy the journey that we on.
Yeah. I think, but I often tell you that you nervous?
I ain't nervous. I'm waiting for you to say so I can pop off and say something else.
You was fluttering a little. Your eyes was just fluttering a little bit.
No, I'm good.
Oh, okay.
I had to get my vision again because you know these glasses.
Oh, okay.
Look up top and blurry side. So
okay.
What these called?
Bifocals?
No. No, they're not bifocals. I forgot what they call it. When you got the different subscriptions and the different ones, so I can see far, close up, all that stuff.
Okay.
That might be bifocal.
I don't know what it is.
If it's focal,
I don't know.
Vision, by vision. I don't know. I don't know what it is.
I thought your other ones were like that, but these ones are better.
These are a little stronger. When they clean, it's crystal clear. I just got to make sure, I'm moving my head right. This down, I can look far. And then up right here, I look at stuff close to me. I can see.
That's scary.
I can see far off pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
But when stuff come a little closer, it get a little blurry. Based on how close it is, I can still figure stuff out.
Mm-hmm.
But when that thing up like this, I can't see nothing. When I ain't got my phone and when I ain't got my glasses on, I have my phone, I got to hold it down here to be to see and figure stuff out. So,
well, of course, mine. Because I wear contacts, it helps me with, far stuff that's far away. And then, like they told me, when I have to read up close, put my readers on.
So what we talk about today? We just having a conversation.
We having a conversation because I have a couple questions that I want answered from a male perspective.
I was thinking these people they want to be involved in our. I don't know. Some people knows it. They do want to see what we talk about.
I mean, there's substance to. There's a little bit of substance to it. I wanted to get your perspective on just a couple of things. What do you feel it should be the relationship between, you're in a marriage, and when we have a daughter that's not from me, and you had to deal with the mom. I was reading something, and it was saying that the wife was asking the question, do you think that the husband, it was her husband that she was talking about, and his child's mom, do think that she thinks that the conversation should be limited to just conversation about concerning the child.
Mm-hmm.
But apparently they have been having like other conversations because the baby mama just got a BBL done and likes to talk about it, and so he be talking to her about it.
Okay, what's a BBL?
A Brazilian butt lift. I think that's what it stands for. So yeah, she just got some work done.
It's gonna start leaking in a minute. Go ahead.
And he be, entertaining conversation with her about non-baby things. And so the wife is feeling some type of way. I know how, we never had that issue in our relationship, but how do you keep that, or because you could help a gentleman, a guy who watches that is in that situation where they have a wife, they love, devoted to,
and a baby mama,
also a baby mama, and not that he still wants the baby mama, but
they cool.
Or some men try to entertain just to keep the peace or to keep things,
I think that's a trap where the men fall
to
into.
listen, just so they don't ruffle no feathers, to cause no conflict in the relationship. They'll sit there and listen to it versus putting the boundary out there that our only conversations are going to be about the well-being of this child and not, the extracurricular stuff.
So this could be a mantra of different things. I would say probably the number one thing would be is that the father of the baby who talks to the baby mama kind of move the way she wants to move to cut down on confusion or her getting mad, and maybe positively probably stopping him from seeing the baby the way he want to, or whatever the case is.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I think that's one of them. Now, I do believe that that's a trap, because even in this, you being cool with your baby mama is a great thing, but she needs to have somebody that she talking with about her BBL or whatever the case is. A friend, a homeboy,
to put
somebody
the cake
she
on top,
dating.
she's single, so
yeah,
now you think he, and truth be told, not all, because we've seen different scenarios.
Yeah,
right. Not all of the men are still wanting to be with the baby mamas or still entertaining you being with them or whatever.
Yeah,
but some men. I guess I want you to expound on why it's so important to put that boundary there, because some men will just be passive and, like you say, entertain that conversation because they don't want to call it ruffle no feathers, to cause maybe her to act up and not let them see the baby or whatever that looks like. Yeah. But then what is that? That's not okay with the wife who's over here being understanding, wanting things to work, but also wanting her husband to put right.
She's concerned, which she should be. It's always a possibility. So, an ex-girlfriend or whatever, who's now is a baby mama, at some point in time, that was a familiar place for the man.
Yeah.
And they have history. So, it's either they're cool. My whole thing is, if I'm cool with my baby's mother, then it needs to be my baby's mother and her significant other, and me and my wife are cool with y'all type thing. Not me being cool with you, I'm married, and because I can almost guarantee you the conversations that I had with the baby mama, the wife is not privy to. He might tell her bits and pieces, but I can guarantee you he ain't telling everything. Because the baby mama say some slick stuff.
Yeah.
She just will. I mean, but I just think that's a trap. It's something definitely waiting to happen. In our situation, my baby mama was
be nice.
A little irate. She wasn't fair about a whole lot of stuff.
Could be. She was a little irate with you.
Yeah, could be complicated most of the times. But my concern and my primary focus was my little girl. So what I wound up doing is I Deidre had a conversation with her one time, a couple of times, but I overheard her and them talking, and she was a completely different person. So I don't even get them tones and nothing. Y'all was laughing, and I said, okay, cool. Well, I'm gonna pull me out. You cool with my wife? She's, my daughter's second mama. Mother-in-law, whatever the case is.
Say mother-in-law?
Yeah, stepmother, bonus mom. Yeah. So everybody's cool in that. So whenever you need something, my goal was to be solution-minded.
Yeah.
And for whatever reason, when I had a conversation with her, she was never that. So I put Deidre in the equation, and she conversated with Deirdra about things that she might need past the child support, things she might need to help with, whatever the case is. And that's how we got that solved.
Yeah, that worked for us.
It worked beautifully.
That worked for our situation.
It worked beautifully because every time she talked to Deidre, she was very cordial. She was inviting. They laughed. They communicated. When she talked to me, I just always seemed to get the high school version of her when we dated.
Yeah.
So, and my goal was to focus on my little girl. So, but other situations are different.
Yeah.
And like I said, it's good if you're cool with your baby's mama and she's single, but the other conversations you probably need to keep to a
nil to none.
Yeah, because
how you doing?
Regardless of what y'all talking about, if y'all talking about your child, then that's still having to have a relationship with the baby mama to make that work.
Right.
So the relationship needs to stay in a lane and stay focused. If it doesn't, it jumps to 4-5 different lanes.
Right.
Then when you go drop her off, come in for a minute.
And then what's going to happen, Johnny?
Be looking for your drawers. She done got this new booty on her. She might come to the door in a thong, and you might be overwhelmed, and you be looking for your drawers. That's all I'm saying.
Only by husband.
I'm just saying, if she done got a butt lift, and you go over there, and you be like, and if she got a little thong on, go on, look, Tommy, go on in the room. Go ahead and play the game. Whenever somebody say, go ahead and play the game, that means they want you out there here for some hours. Go on and play the game. I know I don't let you play it now, but just go ahead. Come on in for a minute, Joseph. See?
You better not use your name.
How you think it look?
What you was going to say?
What I was say about what?
How you think it look?
No. When we go drop off, me and you going together, and you getting down and walking up to the door. I'm not walking up to the door.
Very good answer,
Negative.
Johnny. Very good answer.
Negative. I've been doing this for too long. At the end of the day, I'm a loyal man and faithful man, but I'm still a man. And what you ain't gonna get me caught up in these little traps. That ain't finna happen. Love you, baby girl. Mwah. Go ahead, baby. Go ahead, walk up to the door. But I'm telling you, if she's telling you about the BBL, that means that vision, she done planted a seed in your head.
Yeah.
And now you're curious of how the new butt look versus the old butt you used to mess with. The new butt, shiny and glossy, and it got a thong in it, and that thing sit right. Wonder if it's soft. See, that's how you get one if it, it feels natural. It feels natural. Then you looking for your drawers.
That's what Joseph was saying?
Yeah.
Because he don't win in the house by himself.
You don't win in the house. So let me ask you this.
How do you, as a man, you are a man, you are a married man, you are a kingdom man. How do you ward off temptation? Because like you say, you are a man.
I don't take anything for granted.
Yeah.
Absolutely nothing. we got men and women that work at my job and in my office in the building that we work in. And one of the things that a lot of women and some men even say, I smell good. You smell good. You always look nice. You're so polite. You're so kind. You so this. You so that. Well, that's who I am. But what I tell them is, they're like, well, what kind of cologne that is? What is that? This, that, and the other. My answer is, I have no idea. My wife know my scent, and she always buy my stuff. And they're like, yeah, y'all real close. Yeah, we super close. She here right now. You can't see her, though. You can't see her. She here right now. She here. But that's my answer to them, because if I want to me, that's a conversation starter. So if a conversation starter, they fishing, I say something else, they catch a little something, bring it in, and then now the conversation goes a different level. You smell good. What kind of cologne that is? Oh, it's a Polo, or Tom Ford, Black Orchard, or whatever it is. That's nice. Help me find it here on Amazon. Oh, you got to get away from me. You smell too good. This just make me want to eat you up.
Why you sound like somebody done said that to you before?
I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Stuff.
You need to be a romance novelist or something.
Stuff. I just, in my mind, and you already know my imagination is stupid. So I think about all kind of scenarios, about all kind of stuff. My whole thing is, I don't take nothing for granted. Nobody for granted. The women, and in 2023, the men either. Hey, man, you smell good. Appreciate you. What kind of cologne that is? If I give you the money, you'll buy it for me? Absolutely not. I'll write it down. I'll bring it to you, though. I mean, it is what it is. Now, I got some people that I got great friends at my job, men that I give hugs to. I got a colleague that we started around the same time working there that I call my little sister. I give her a hug, but it's always a side hug like that.
Very good.
So it is what it is. See, the last little thing we had, and I was hugging people, and then the word got to me that I was a great hugger.
Give the best hugs is how I heard it.
And I do. I got daughters. I got a wife, so I give father hugs. That's what I call them.
Them don't need to be given out to everybody.
They don't. But listen, I give father hugs. So
then they want to go from calling you daddy to zaddy. Do you want me to give out motherly hugs?
I don't.
Oh, okay.
Thank you. I appreciate you. But every now and then, I give a hug to somebody. They look like they're down or whatever, and I give them a hug. And I say, cheer up. Today is a great day. Say it. Say, today is a great day. Today is a great day. Thank you, Johnny. You just make me feel so much better. You're welcome. And I walk off. And a lot of times when I do that, I do it with concern of somebody in their headspace and prayerfully to lift them up. But sometimes it be for me too. Because sometimes I don't feel positive. So if I think positive, I say positive things, and I do positive stuff, then that's a catalyst for me to move in that direction.
Yeah.
So, but I just don't take anything for granted. It's some women at the job that I do hug. It's some women that I don't. Because I already know. They ain't saying nothing crazy to me, but I already know how they vibe around it. Oh,
You discern something, baby?
You know what they get?
What they get, man?
Great morning.
You pound them?
Fist bump. Ooh, let's get a handshake. No, we good right now. Get you nothing special. We ain't get no handshake. We ain't got no special. None of that. Great morning. Found it. All right. And we keep it pushing. Keep it pushing. Get caught up. You looking for your draws. Not doing that. Not doing that.
Well, thank you for sharing that.
And the way we are right now, if an inappropriate hug or anything happened or touch, she probably called me because she feels something. Hey, you all right?
Who might call you?
You. Hey, you okay? Yeah, I'm good. I felt something in my spirit. Oh, then I could feel. Look, so she hugged me. She put her breast on my arm. I stayed there too long, baby. I just stayed there too long. I knew I should have moved. I should have moved, but I did. There was some. I just said, and I stayed there too long. I should have moved, baby. I apologize. Lord, forgive me. Deirdra, forgive me. That's what I would say. But you. I tell you, we could.
She put her breast on my arm.
Mm-hmm. And I just stayed there. We was talking. Shit, wasn't no reason for me.
What do you mean it wasn't a reason? It was a reason for you to move over something.
It would have been, but it wasn't no reason for me to stay with her breast on my arm.
Right. It is never a reason for that.
So that's how you get stuck. Can't get stuck. That's why I say great morning, pound it, say ain't no breast between that.
Right. It's just a hand.
That's it.
But if the ones that you do give, an encouraging hug, the ones that I know, and I know who you're talking about. Yeah. If something should turn, then you got to turn that into a pound it.
Yeah.
Or just a wave.
If it ever, it can't be no extra long, nothing. Hey, great morning. How you doing? I'm good. See, if I had to do this, that's too long. And then next morning you get, hey, great morning. Found that. All right. And it would never go back to any type of hug.
So I said something to you last night. I said, Johnny, when you initially saw me, did you know that you would be with me forever? And you said, babe, why you asking me that question?
Well, the reason I asked you that is because it just came out of you didn't say
literally watching TV.
And you just said, how did you know you was gonna be with me forever? Girl, what? What? You talking to me? I didn't. All I know is you had a little waist.
Oh my God.
And you had something that looked like a stripper booty.
Baby.
And it made me feel nice.
Baby. You was in the church.
There ain't nothing wrong with my eyes.
You was at the church, but you met me, Johnny.
I'm at the church, so I'm blind?
No, you're not blind, but that wasn't supposed to be your focal point.
Man, please.
The one thing, I also read something today that it was saying, in a relationship, would you want a man to be honest with you and tell you that and this is not being married, or not being, maybe being on the path to being married, but not being married yet, right? But y'all have some time invested in a relationship, and him telling you that he wants to, he just needs some time for himself. He needs some time for himself. It's not the woman, it's not you, but I just need some time for myself. So my question is, and of course, that's something that happened in our relationship.
It actually was verbatim. So
it was verbatim, but when I read it today, I giggled because I remember that happened in our relationship.
Yeah.
And you came to me and you told me that, and I know we've said it on other episodes, but when I read it as somebody else's story today, I was reminded of the fact that even though that hurt me, being here now, us being where we are, I'm glad that you did that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Does that make sense? I'm glad that you, even though you didn't tell me really why you were doing it.
No.
I wasn't dumb, no. So I knew why you were doing it. But I think I respect you more that you came to me and you broke it off with me versus you just wilding out and,
by that
doing
time,
what having the experiences that you wanted to go and have or whatever you call it.
now by that time, I knew you was gonna be my wife. So I didn't want to mess up any chances, which I wasn't positive that me telling you that wasn't gonna mess it up. But I figured I had a better chance of keeping you in my life by doing that than doing something else. You was the only girl that I ever did that with. Now I wasn't sleeping around with everybody. That wasn't my testimony. I, just like I am now,
Entertained.
just like I am now, I've always been a kind and nice person. I've always had what they call the gift of gab. I just use it for the positive than the negative. At the end of the day, because I was nice and kind and could talk to women and get in, didn't mean it was a good thing. So, but I knew you was gonna be, and I was very particular about what I said to different females. I didn't do the whole, I love you, this could be forever, you could be my girl, you could be my wife. And ain't nobody got that.
Did you ever tell another female that you love them?
Love them?
Yeah.
The first girl that I dated, my first girlfriend, I thought that's what it was.
You talking about before me?
Yeah.
But that wasn't real. That was puppy.
It wasn't.
Okay, yeah.
It wasn't.
I'm talking about
it was just the mere fact that
you had a girlfriend.
I could have had. I was able to have a girlfriend, and she called me her boyfriend.
Okay,
that kind of had me in cloud nine, and it was what it was. After you, did I ever tell another female that I loved them?
Whether it was that you did or that you was trying to get the panties.
I don't think I never did to get the panties. Cause I wasn't a dude that had to say I love you to get the panties. That wasn't. I was nice enough. So.
Oh, okay.
Probably only one other lady.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, we're not gonna call no names on air, but
no.
You can tell me after we go off the air.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Because I don't know that I ever heard this, and I don't.
Well, you never asked.
I don't want to spaz out on these people
you never
on this camera.
You never asked.
You want to tell me the initials?
TG. He was at my cousin's.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
You loved her?
Yeah. Why are you laughing? Don't you spaz out
on
us.
Finished.
Don't you do it.
For the night.
Don't you do that.
Done. We are done for tonight. Jameson, turn it off. Turn it off, Jameson.
Don't
you
do
never
that.
told me that, Johnny.
You never asked
you
that.
You never told me that.
You never asked that.
You never told me that, Bo. You loved her?
I did.
So if you loved her, why didn't you marry her?
It was a lot. It was a lot going on with her life, and with her mom and everything, and it just didn't work out. I mean, we remained friends after that, but then she moved away, and my cousin still stay in touch with her. But
say y'all remain friends.
We remain friends after that, not now.
Oh.
I don't. She moved away, and I never talked to her, seen her, or nothing else no more.
So would you have married her? Because you said that you knew that I was your wife when you came to me, and
I can't say,
and you was like, I need a minute.
So with the knowledge that I have now, I would say no. Because with her, I could have thought it was going in that direction. With you, it was with a resounding, this is your wife. So it's a difference. I didn't get that with her.
I never knew you told me.
So let's twist this question around.
No, we're not going to twist the question around.
You've had boyfriends.
I have.
Have you ever told one of them you loved them?
No.
Ever? None of them?
Never. I wholeheartedly can sit here and say that.
Okay.
I never did.
Well,
because I never did.
It was just that one.
You was the only one, Johnny. And I thought it was the same for you.
Why are you trying to turn this into something different?
Let me look.
Jay, you see a remake?
Let me look up some counselor.
We need counselors.
Let me see.
You are something else, man. You are something else.
Let me see.
Mo, come on, let's finish on the podcast.
We are Black Marriage Counselors. Christian marriage counselors. Let me see.
You need counseling, man?
We need counseling now.
Why?
Because I ain't do that. I'm about to be 51. We about to have known each other for 37 years next month.
Yeah.
We've been married for 30. How many years we've been married?
31.
31 years, and I never knew that you told another that you loved him.
Well, it wasn't a concern to you, and it shouldn't be a concern now.
But I never knew that. That's a new revelation for me. Okay. And I don't know how I feel about it.
That's the part about being in this wonderful journey called marriage. We always find out something new about each other. You never asked that question, and it wasn't like it was no information that was right there on the tip of my tongue that I was going to give you.
Was that a lie of omission?
What?
Was that a lie of omission?
No. I mean, it's not like I'm sitting here saying, I just loved her so much, too. I wonder if I can get in touch with her, if I know if I... It wasn't nothing like that. It was during the time that we dated, and then after that, I can honestly say she probably was the... Yeah, she probably was the only one I could say we probably could have still been friends if we kept in touch or whatever, but past that.
All of us could have been friends?
Yeah, but yeah, it wouldn't have been. The dude I am now, she ain't got no man or husband. And for everybody who say that's stupid, she can't be my... For one thing, we got history. We dated. And for two, got single mind. Got a single mind mentality. I don't. I have a married man.
I remember we saw her at your cousin's thing.
Yeah, and we spoke.
We didn't.
We who?
She ain't spoke to me. She spoke to you.
Are you?
But we wasn't around each other at the boat. All right. You can say this has been Moments with the Mobleys.
Is the podcast over?
We done.
You ain't got nothing else to talk about?
Let me see if I wrote anything else down.
Oh my God. Don't you be petty out here.
Let me see.
And we gonna sleep tonight with your leg on top of mine.
So let me see. Don't they have like a counselor's list on your insurance? I found one in Pula.
Okay. We'll go to counseling. If that's what you want to do.
Y'all, I want to say one thing because everybody talking about it, and me and you talked about it. And I was like, babe, you want to talk about it? And you was like, no, babe, I don't want to talk about it. But I just want to say this, y'all. with all the shenanigans that's going on, the hardest topic that's going on now, and we don't ever really do this. We don't jump on the latest what's happening and stuff like that or whatever. But I saw all these. I saw more people. With the whole Keke Palmer and Usher situation or whatever. But I have one thing to say about that, and then we gonna be done for real. The one thing that um, because of who I am, because I what I believe in, because of who I am in the kingdom. I saw a lot of women, pro Kiki, and she gonna do her. That ain't her husband, and so you really don't have no say, and this, that, and the other, whatever. And it wasn't about what she had on; it was who it was, and all these things. But then I also saw, um, like some, women, godly women, kingdom women, like chiming in and saying, like, um, that it's nothing wrong, that it's still okay to be modest and a lady, and dress like a lady, and you can still look nice. You don't have to walk around with a garbage bag on or whatever to look nice. And so, when I saw that, the first thing I thought was, Lord Jesus, holiness is still right. At the end of the day, it is, and it always will be. And I just feel like there's a way that you can look nice and not have all your body parts out. So that was my two cents on it. And you, like, one person was saying, in the comments, was saying, like, y'all be on here giving the most opinionated opinions, and y'all don't know what's going on in the people's household. Yeah. But at the end of the day, it's still holiness is still right, and it's still cool to be a nicely dressed woman. You can be sexy and all those things, because I believe it's what you have on the inside that exudes out of you, that makes you beautiful and makes you, feel sexy and all of those things. Not to, still be a lady, but it doesn't require you to do all that. And so,
but
yeah,
everybody is where they at in life.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
She could have put on a nice dress that went down to her knees. See, here's the thing. A nice body you can see through clothes, or without clothes. But it's up to you how you
present it.
That's
how
it.
You package it.
That's it.
Yeah.
The whole thing with her saying with Usher, don't really think nothing was wrong with it, but a little handhold, because they both entertainers. So they want something to look as if something is happening with it. It probably is not. So the whole thing with them being that close and everything, my wife said she didn't think that was appropriate. I didn't see like no rubbing or touching or nothing like that.
I just wouldn't want some woman all up on you like that.
But
is what I said.
On the safe side, a holding of the hand while he was singing would have been fine. Now, the boyfriend, we don't know what's going on in their household. He might have got plans to propose to her, or marry her, whatever the case is. But at that moment, that's your baby mama. She ain't your wife. And because that happened the way it did, this girl's an actress. And
among other things,
she had a baby. So she wanted to show everybody she snapped back, and now other way?
It's even more enhanced now because of the baby, which I can understand that, because I appreciated my body even more so after I had my first baby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So but even with
that, you can still,
even with that entire thing, if stuff slowed down because of that, as y'all can see, everybody's talking about it.
Yeah.
So people probably Googling her on Instagram. She's got,
I think, a t-shirt.
Yeah. So
couple t-shirts, hoodies out or whatever.
It's a marketing scam. That's what people do.
Well, that's what it turned into. So.
Yeah. Now, the boyfriend, I feel you how you feel.
Y'all handle that behind closed doors too, though.
Putting on social media, how was that going to benefit you?
It wasn't.
You didn't talk to her. You put it out there for everybody else to. if it's an issue with what she did in public, you pull it behind closed doors and talk to her.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just do it like that. So now you put it on social media where it's open to the entire public. Everybody chimes in on what you said. Now you got 50 million people in the middle of you and this girl relationship.
Foolishness. Yeah, it was a lot going on before I think he even said anything too. But at the end of the day, it ain't for us. And like I've told my husband, I don't care how famous, how whatever, back up. Because we make jokes about if you were an actor or, in a role and baby, I couldn't kiss him. No. Kind of body double to do that.
That's why we doing this podcast.
And that's why we doing this podcast.
If I was to become an actor and I had roles to play, she would probably pick my roles for me.
Yeah.
That has no kissing or touching. So
we having what you call them? The
doubles.
The Hallmark Channel, the feel good Christmas movies. And you will not play the role of somebody who is kissing on somebody
so
else.
I'll probably be Jack that own the plum factory or something.
Good. Did you say Jack who owned the plum factory?
Plum factory.
And what's wrong with that, Jack?
It ain't nothing wrong with it.
Oh,
the star,
okay.
they don't get as paid as much as the star.
I don't care. The Lord is provider.
Anyway.
So let's flip it. I can be the lead actress.
You can be the lead actress and you could be kissing. I'm just going to be on the set beside the director.
Oh.
The entire time things going on.
And then what you going to do if that actor try to put his
kissing,
hand on my
listen, when y'all kissing,
bottom part,
I'm going to adjust and shift. So when you open your eyes after, guess who right there? Look, and wherever you go at, you turn this way, you kiss.
There you are.
You open your eye.
What percentage of actors or actresses you think leave their spouses for their on-screen love?
Now,
What do you think? What do you think about that?
I believe it's a depth to acting. A lot of these people, they go to school for it, and it's actually an art for them.
And then they say it's not as what it looks like on camera because you got 5 million people.
Yeah.
You got this happening, that happening.
Yeah.
So
it's a lot. For a lot of people, it's an art. For people who just fall in it by happenstance, I don't think you can prepare. I believe going to school and learning the different lanes of it, the different levels, help you to comprehend the job and the art of it.
And the professionalism.
Yeah.
Professionalism of it.
I believe people who fall in it by happenstance or whatever the case is, that they don't get a chance to do that. So I do think they can't really control a lot of stuff and things happen. Matter of fact, it's a role that LL Cool J played when he first started acting.
Was it Into Deep?
Yeah, Into Deep.
I remember you telling me
something he had to play some
that drug dealer
drug lord
really
who was like over a lot of stuff.
Bad.
But he said he was honest and he said he could not go back home to his family for about 5-6 months because he had to detach himself because he played that part as if it was his life.
I remember you told me that.
His mind, everything adjusted. The way he moved, the way he talked, respond, acted. So he couldn't go back home to his family because he was concerned about how he was going to respond and how he was going
to react.
So
things like,
he had to make sure he detached. Now, during that time, he was able to get some pointers and learn some stuff. So now when he act now, it's a lot different because he know how to distinguish the two. So it's an art to him. But that's something you don't play with. That's like anything. You just don't play with it. You don't know what it all entails, but you just get in it, you think you finna get a check cut, and then now you feeling yourself you some way, and then you mess around being an acting thing with somebody who a professional, and you done kiss them, and you like, oh, she love me.
And it ain't what it is.
She want me. She ain't put her tongue in my mouth, but she did. She missing, the lip. Mm-hmm. She love me. I ain't never seen her do that before.
For all things Mobleys, go to www.momentswiththemobleys.com.
Her tongue touched my lip right here.
On all social media, we are Moments with the Mobleys.
I ain't washing this bottom lip ever again.
On Twitter, we are Mobley Moments, y'all. And just FYI, for the record, I'm all right. I'm fine.
Oh yeah, she all right.
I'm all right. I'm an actress as well. I'm not. I don't live my life based on what was. I live my life based on what is, and that's the fact that this right here is mine.
Now, for a little disclaimer.
What's the disclaimer?
The initial response and surprise with words, that was real. That was very real.
That was real.
But after she thought about it, she thought about it in her mind.
Saying that I was going to find a counselor and all that. That was the theatrics of it. Yeah. But trust, I'm very secure in my marriage.
But it's almost like, you playing, and then you tap, and then you be like,
oh, that's what you did? You punched me? So you going too far now. In it. And go ahead and end it. Go ahead and end it.
That scratch right there was real too.
Go ahead and end it.
This has been Moments with the Mobleys. I am your man, Johnny Mobley Jr.
I'm his wife, Deirdra.
And we still something like an ordinary couple.
I don't know about you.
We definitely extraordinary. I guess this don't make us ordinary no more.
We are
something like an ordinary couple.
An ordinary couple with extraordinary purpose.
All right. Peace out, y'all.
In Jesus' name. Till death do us part.
Stay tuned for the next episode. Yep. See if she's still with me.
Yep, stay tuned.
If she's somewhere else doing another podcast with her maiden name.